Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Tofumi OA here, and if this is your first time here, you are most definitely welcome. You guys, it's been a minute since we've actually all spoken, and yeah, when I mean all, everybody in the comment section and all. But anyway, I'm back with another, like, I don't know if this is going to be an interesting topic, but it will be because I asked you people to ask me like questions, and you guys decided to ask me like a lot of like questions pertaining to marriage, how I feel about being married young, just my life change in general. And I'm here to, like, you know what, answer some of you people's like questions to the best of my ability. If you all do not know, I've been married for like about 8 months now, or 7 months. I actually do not know at this point, but anyway, I had my civil wedding in March, which is actually like the main wedding date that we go by in my house, and then we had our wedding celebration in August. So that in case you're confused, you know what I'm saying, I've been married for that long. First things first, a big disclaimer. I just want you all to know that marriage is like beyond all this like Instagram cutesy pictures, created life that you all see. So I don't know, I'm here to, you know, shake some tables. Anyway, I'm not shaking any table, I'm just here to tell you guys the actual truth about marriage. Is way more than like the Instagram pictures and everything you guys see. So we are just going to get right into it. You guys, we're going to start by talking about my expectations coming into marriage and my reality so far, right? So I'll be giving a lot of context so that you guys will understand where I'm coming from. Coming into marriage, I didn't think there was going to be that much of a difference between like I and my husband, because obviously we've been dating for what, 10 years before getting married. So what could possibly like change about both of us, and what we like and what we don't like? I've known you for 10 years, so I might as well like it's as if I'm already in the game, just that I wasn't married and all, right? But to my shock to my shock, you actually change. You know when they say people actually change when they get married, you actually change. And not change in a bad way, I think changing more of like, we are no more dating, so the things we used to do when we're dating, we cannot be doing that now, right? So I would say one thing is just like learning to respect the person that I am married to, right? Because imagine you've been dating someone since you've been 12 and 13. You guys were actually like, what, you guys are age mates, right? And the way you would talk to each other, play with each other in front of people is like, we're friends, all of us, we're all friends. There's no respect, there's no honor when you're dating, right? But now when you're married, you now have to realize that, okay, you know what, this person is actually my husband, this person is the head of the house, like the Bible would say, right? And also it's vice versa also, my husband knowing that, okay, I am his wife now, there are certain ways that, oh, he would need to treat me, and same year I have to honor you, I have to respect you. So I think coming into marriage, learning to respect and honor was actually a big change for me, because I was like, see this boy that used to be my friend, now I have to look at you in like another light and all of that. And to be honest, it's even something I'm still learning, and one way I've actually learned to do that is actually to pray to God, that God should actually let me see my husband from his lens, from God's lens, and not from the lens like I'm used to like, oh, the person that I was going to secondary school with and all of that. But now God has given him like a different title in my life, so I had to get used to that. Okay, another thing I would say with expectations versus my reality would be like, I always thought like, I don't know how to explain this, but I just always thought that every other day would be like a very cutesy day in the house, and lovey-dovey and everything, and how you people just be humping on each other, just being around each other and everything. But to be honest, like, you're married but real life is still there. So it's like I have to do my regular duties. I have to go to work. I have to cook. We have to do the laundry. We have to do this. Like, you just expect that when you're married, like, there's this expectation of, I'm married, I cannot do too much. I'm married, life has stopped for me. Like, I'm married, you people can be, you know, going to work and doing everything, but me, I am married, like, I'm still newly married and all of that. I feel like I had that expectation where, like, I'm married, sorry, I'm married this, I'm married that. But in reality, like, life will go on. Like, you are working, you have to do things, you have to make that money, you have to work, you have to just, like, it's just, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but it's more or less like that what I see online is not what I got.
Turns out life becomes a bit more about ways taking out the trash or doing the laundry than where we are going to for our next date, and things don't always go according to plan.
Surprises and adaptation. I think one thing for sure that it's hard in marriage is the personal growth that comes with it. Like, I don't know, there's just this, you know, you have to grow up. You just have to grow up, like, even spiritually, physically, mentally, financially, emotionally, in every single way. The moment you get married, I think, like, after the first month of marriage, there's just this, like, oh, we have to grow up. What next? What next? What next? What next? And the thing is that both of us, we are young, so there's still, like, two people trying to figure out their lives together, coming together, right, to say, oh, they are going to marry each other. There's so much, like, personal growth that comes with marriage. Like, there are so many things that you would not see in a particular way that your partner would want you to see in their own light, and it's the same way you're seeing something in a particular way, and you want your partner to see it in that, like, light and everything, right? What else will I say? There's also, like, personal growth spiritually. Like, now you are the mother of the house, you are the father of the house, you are going to be somebody's mother, you are going to be somebody's father, you are somebody's husband, you're somebody's wife. You have to pray. You have to pray for God's help. Like, I think all these things, right, the social media and the whole world has made, like, marriage and all these things seem so, like, simple and so, like, carefree. Like, you can just enter it anyhow you want to enter and behave anyhow, but in reality, you're not supposed to enter this thing anyhow, because guess what, the devil doesn't like marriages. So you have to pray every single time. You have to commit your home into God's hand, and I think it's something that, like, also before I got married, I already started praying in that type of way, but after getting married, you just get more serious with stuff, how you spend your money habits would have to change. You and your partner will have to come to, like, a middle ground. This is your partner's, like, money spending habits, and this is another person's money spending habit, and you people have to find a middle ground for that. Imagine you're someone that you come from a home where saving is not really a thing, you people spend anyhow, and then your partner is someone that saves, believe in working, hustling. You people will have to come to a middle ground for something like that. Like, that's something about personal growth in the marriage. And I would say that there's so many highs and lows. Even though it's like your first year or like your first 6 months, you will learn a lot. Even if it is within 6 months. I know people are always like, oh, all these people that used to come online after getting married for 1 year, they're already giving advices. But genuinely, I think marriage is a school where you learn every single day. Like, every single day you will learn every single day. That was a surprise, but I had to adapt to. I wouldn't really say a surprise, but it's just how, like, your husband's family members, they're now your family members, and it's the same way your family members are now your husband's family members. So having to call parents, having to, like, talk to parents, having to check up on siblings, like, I'm talking about your husband's people right now, or your wife's people. I think that's something that I'm still learning, right? And the thing is that the way you also view your parents' relationship can easily affect how you view your, you know, partner's parents. Also, if you're someone that can go a month without talking to your parents, then you think it is normal to be able to do that. But some people, I know some people, you have they talk to their like in-laws every week, not just because of anything. It's also to build a relationship, to make sure that everyone is close and there's unity and a nice bond in the family. I don't know if I actually mentioned this, but another thing I would say about something that caught me by surprise but I had to adapt to is I think I talk about this a lot, but communicating, especially when it comes to disagreements. Like, the thing now is that what you could do when you were fighting, when you're dating, you shouldn't do that anymore, right? I would say like keeping malice and all those stuff is actually not good, let's be honest, because when people give birth or when your kids come, what are you actually trying to teach them and all of that? Something I know that we actually try to do in my house is that for some weird reason we always try to finish our fights that day. It might not be the best like moods and all, but even when we're fighting, we should try not fight, I don't want to use the word fight, but even when we're having a disagreement, we should try to, you know, show care to each other. Because I know that there are some people that when they're in disagreements and all, they do not want to talk to their partner, they don't want to see their partner, they don't want to have anything to do with their partner. But I don't think that's what God would want us to do in any way, not form. I want to talk about, I think I've touched on this a little bit, is just like the reality check of stuff, like the not so romantic part of stuff. I would say that in reality, there are so many fun times in like your marriage and all. Please make sure you go on dates, make sure you go out, make sure you play games, make sure you talk to each other. Like, don't just be like, oh, I don't want to talk to my partner today, I don't want to do this today, I don't want to do that today. But in reality, what we see on TV is not what would actually play out in real life. You people are busy people, so excuse me, you actually have to make time for each other. Like, imagine going to work 8 hours, your partner also 8 hours. Like, some days you come back tired, drained and everything, but at the same time you just need to make time. You need to make time. I think that's like a reality check. You need to make time. But even in all this, when I say reality check, I'm not even talking from a bad place. It's just more or less like, this was happening in real life. Reality check doesn't have to be like a bad thing. It just has to be like the honest truth of what is really happening, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But even in terms of us being busy, trying to work, trying to save, trying to do this, trying to do that, I think one thing I would really say I'm happy about is the joy that we have in the house. Like, there's so much joy, belly laughter, like just different things going on, banters, all of that. Like, we don't take each other seriously. Yeah, we do not take each other seriously. We do, but at the same time we do not, right? Another reality check I would say is I think I've spoken about this in terms of how I talk to my husband now, but another thing is how I actually talk to my husband in front of people. I think there is a way you speak to your husband in front of people that would make others respect him, and there will also be a way you speak to your husband in front of people that they will just be like, yeah, I cannot respect this guy. So do you guys understand that type of thing? There's like, even though we are young, we still have to like respect each other, because it's not as if we'll be young forever. Down the line we'll be 50, 40, all those stuff. So do I want people to keep like disrespecting my husband because of what I did in my 20s? No. Lastly, I'm actually going to, you know what, give advice to those, you know, considering getting married young. First things first, throw away that fairy tale. Throw away that movie you watched. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Throw away that fairy tale. Embrace the real story. I don't know how real I would like want someone to give me a video like this and everything. I think this is just the reality of stuff. At the end of the day, every day is not going to be so lovey-dovey and all of that, because it's just reality of stuff. We are humans. Even you, some days you wake up and you're just like, I don't want anything to do with this day. So yeah, number one, that's it. Number two, are you really ready to grow? Are you ready to grow with someone? Are you ready to grow financially? Are you ready to grow spiritually? Are you ready to communicate? Are you ready to be vulnerable? Are you ready to be naked, both physically and like emotionally, mentally, all those stuff. If you're not ready, maybe give yourself some time. Maybe actually give yourself some time, because no need to rush all this stuff. Like, it is still going to come, it is still going to happen, so no need to rush if you are not ready. And also, I'll just say, take your time. Genuinely take your time, read books, watch sermons, what else, take your time, learn about yourself also, because I think getting married, you are merging with someone. Even though you are merging with someone, as the Bible would say, that two will become one, you are still your own person. You still have your do's, you still have your don'ts, you still have a lot of things that you cherish, right? I'm not saying merge with someone and forget yourself, but I'm saying that two would become one. So before becoming one with someone, please learn about yourself. Like, seriously. The reason why I'm saying this is because we've seen a lot of women actually like lose themselves after getting married, just because maybe they didn't know much about themselves before getting married, or they just thought like marriage is like the most important thing in their lives, that they forgot, you know, about themselves and everything. So I'll just advise that please, both men and women, if you watch me on here, learn about yourself before getting married, and also learn about your partner. There's so much learning that you still do after you get married. Don't let me lie to you and say, oh, if you date for so long and you know your partner, your marriage will be good. It's a lie. There's still so much you still do there's still so much learning you will do after you get married. So learn about your partner, learn about yourself. What other advice would I give? Also, enjoy yourself when you're married. Like, enjoy yourself a lot. Go out with your friends. Don't forget your friendships. Don't forget anybody. Do not forget anybody, because at the end of the day, those people were there with you even before you got married. So yeah, have friends, guys. I know that people give very crazy advice. Like, people do give like wild advice, but yeah, have friends. Be joyful, be good, and I actually do not have anything else to say. And I think that's going to be all for today's video. And if you are, you know, trying to get married young, or you got married young just like me, drop a comment below. Tell me what your experience has been. Tell me what you think you learned from today's video. After, like, you know, after watching today's video, tell me what you think you learned, so that you, like, if you plan on getting married like young and all of that. And that's going to be it for today's video. I can't wait to see you on the next one. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And that will be it, guys. Bye.